Hello there, a very good evening to you and many thanks for always keeping faith with us here on the Hilltop Mansion. My name is Kelvin Samuel, reporting on duty tonight. And if you're joining us for the very first time, note that Hilltop Mansion is a special program of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Channel 12, where we bring you up to date of events and happenings from the Akwa Ibom State Government House. And tonight we are loaded with events and recent happenings in the state, all of which began with the governor's attendance at the pastors' conference organized by the Inside Bible Church, where he assured of continuous support for the Christian community.
Performing the official opening of the 25th Annual International Pastors' Conference, Governor Mo Eno, who is also a Christian cleric and an ardent promoter of the things of God, appreciate ministers of God for the role they play in the peace and progress of the state and for supporting the human capacity development segment of his Arise agenda, assuring that his administration will continue to support the Christian community.
Restoration comes when we listen to others. There are some facts that God opens your eyes to. You get refreshed and leave a conference like this fired up. There are new things you can teach your congregation, because you have received from several fronts. And so that's why, for me, honestly, I support this program and I see it as human capital development.
In his remarks, the initiator of the program and senior pastor inside Bible Church, Sivani Rukafia, explaining that the conference drawn its participants from 25 African countries, assures that the church is committed to complement the godly regime of Omoeno in the state. The conference has as its theme participating in the harvest.
The governor has also inaugurated the board of Akwa Ibom State Health Insurance Scheme, where he urged them to hit the ground running.
One of the goals of the Arise agenda is to produce a healthy and educated workforce. This move, therefore, is in line with the core objectives of the Moenos administration as it seeks to ensure affordable, accessible, and quality healthcare services to the people across the state.
The idea of a medical insurance scheme, like is done in most Western societies, makes the management of healthcare services easily available to the people. It limits the cost of medical bills borne by the people, and in the process help with the early detection and cure of easily preventable diseases.
Inaugurating the board, Governor No charges them to bring to bear their expertise and avoid mixing health-related matters with politics.
I am convinced that with the varied experience and professional accomplishment each of you is expected to bring to the table, our vision in this agency will be a roaring success. Again, we have tried to move away from political appointments in some of these very critical agencies. We've gone out of our way to look for professionals that we believe understands the ethics and the ethos of the work they've been called to do. So please do not politicize healthcare, and let us play by the books and ensure that we make these services available to our people. Mr. Chairman, you have a lot in your hands, but I know that the team that has been assembled to work with you are professionals, just like yourselves, and we'll have a very seamless transfer of these services to our people, particularly in the rural areas. Healthcare is part of what is considered positive right. That is right to education, medical care, food, and housing. But these rights are not free. To enjoy them, a government must be intentional and people-centric to build their governance blueprint around them, as we have done with our RISE agenda. With what we are doing in the educational sector, through the model primary schools, the RISE compassionate homes, the free voucher food program through the bulk purchase agency, the model primary health care centers, and now the medical insurance scheme, we can say for sure that we are right on course in the provision of these positive rights for our people.
Dikan Ekwere emerges the board chairman, while Ato Igbemi is the executive secretary of the agency.
His Excellency the Governor also chaired the July edition of the State Executive Council meeting, where different reports from different sectors of the state's economy were presented.
Addressing Government House correspondents shortly after the meeting, Commissioner for Information in Mobong says that Governor Eno has directed that Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic and College of Science and Technology should be prepared for the accreditation of all the courses they undertake, while training of permanent secretaries was also approved by the council.
100 public secondary schools and 30 public primary schools have received agricultural inputs. 600 elderly persons have benefited from the state government's financial support. 2,195 people who were within the multidimensional poor category have been scaled out of that category through various government programs. 4,600 persons were engaged, either skilled or unskilled, and they have been engaged in different sectors of the economy. 229.411 kilometers of roads with footing bridges and 3 underground drainage discharge systems have been constructed in the past 1 year. 37.7 kilometers of roads, feeder roads, have been constructed in rural areas and communities around the state. 16,522 patients have benefited from the free medical healthcare outreach sponsored by the state government. 48,797 students have benefited from the payment of the West African Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination for them. 4,603 people have benefited from different entrepreneurship schemes of the state government. 3,583 retirees, both from the state and local government services, have received their retirement benefits to the tune of 18.234 billion as at May 2024.
The state's medium-term expenditure framework was presented and adopted by the council after detailed deliberations.
This framework is expected to become the economic blueprint and fulcrum for budgets from 2025 to 2027. And after the exhaustive deliberations, the MTEF, as it's referred to, was adopted by the council. We also undertook a projection analysis for 2024-2025 on the basis of the project's infrastructure programs that will be undertaken by the administration. It was exhaustively deliberated, and the Ministry of Finance and Economic Development were asked to take note, as this would form the foundation of our budget for 2025.
The meeting, which was presided over by the governor, had in attendance the State Deputy Governor, Secretary to State Government, and other members of the State Executive Council.
The governor was also at the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, where he inspected the assembly complex with a view to commence renovation soon.
This facility tour, according to the governor, is to honor an invitation extended to him by the leadership of the State House of Assembly with a view to explore ways of upgrading the complex with modern facilities. The governor, while paying glowing tribute to past leaders for putting up the edifice, expresses regret over the present state of the complex as a result of lack of proper maintenance.
Through that, God forbid, it's just like you're boarding an aircraft. There's no aircraft that takes off without a safety coach. So we need to begin to imbibe international best practices in the things we do. I feel that you need a good clinic for over 500 staff. That will be part of what we're looking at. The Speaker's Lodge will progress on it. We are agreeing to bring down everything and put something modest. But we discovered that the cost of fixing that one was more than putting something new. So I think we'll look at that. But let me thank the House so very graciously for your collaboration with the executive. It is the best way for our people to get the dividend of democracy.
Speaker Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Udimotong, appreciates the governor for the visit while assuring that the 8th Assembly will continue to work in collaboration with the executive for the good of all.
I feel personally privileged to be leading the Assembly at a time such as this. My colleagues and I wish to put it on record that we are overwhelmed by this unprecedented gesture. We promise to respect it through continuous collaboration to deliver good governance to Akwa Ibom people through your Arise agenda.
We will take a short break here. When we return, we will begin from an event that took place recently from the office of Her Excellency, the wife of the state governor.
Have you ever missed out on any events or activities of the governor, first lady, or the deputy governor of Akwa Ibom State? Worry no more. Hilltop Mansion got you covered. Hilltop Mansion is a program of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Uyo, specifically designed to showcase the day-to-day activities of the Arise agenda. Tune in every Monday at 7:30 p.m. on Star Times, Channel 103, and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube to join us. Hilltop Mansion, showcasing the Arise agenda.
Welcome back and many thanks for staying with us. Now to the event from the office of the Akwa Ibom State Governor's wife, one of which is the recent inauguration of female coordinators from the 31 local government areas of the state, where she charged them to ensure female inclusivity in the oncoming local government elections in the state.
These 31 women selected from across the 31 local government areas of Akwa Ibom State are to function as coordinators of Patience Umo Eno support group known as Iban Patience Umo Eno. They are to help drive home the gender inclusiveness structure of the People's Democratic Party as approved by the leader of the party and governor of Akwa Ibom State, Umo Eno. Addressing the female stakeholders, the governor's wife appreciates them for their steadfastness in upholding their rights agenda. She charges the coordinators to carry out the task of mobilizing and ensuring women full participation in the coming local government elections in the state.
The coordinators for each local government. I'm going to be on because since they will be calling the meeting on my behalf, yes. They will be saying my mind to the people, to the women. They will be telling the women, Her Excellency said I should tell you so. God go. Now you got to go. Can you have a coordinator or God to go ya no va a agenda que Moisésio. Apasiona. Ahora contigo yo hago lo que no es cambio. So, no puedo ir a agenda que no una. Y va a ir a reporte no. That should explain it to you. That should be the motivation that keeps you, flying high, that keeps you hopeful. God will not disappoint us, and we will not disappoint us.
The last time when we had to look through the mainstreaming of gender into the Nigerian states, Kwara State came tops with the number of women that are engaged in governance. But just recently, with the announcement of His Excellency, we know that Akwa Ibom State once more will come tops. Your Excellency, thank you so much. From PAS, female PAs, and so on now, we are now looking at the local government level of engagement of women. Through you, Your Excellency, we want you to convey the best wishes of the women of Akwa Ibom State to His Excellency. When we started, he had said he would engage the women. And after that today, we know that we are really ingrained in the politics of Akwa Ibom State. All because His Excellency has thought very well of these women. And he also knows that these women are Iba.
Some of the women leaders, while appreciating the governor's wife for the opportunity to contribute their quota towards gender inclusiveness, say they are ready to deliver on their mandate by ensuring that the best hands represent the women across the local government areas of the state.
This is a very great feat. You don't go to the road. You don't get the give down through. You don't get the you can read that, you know. Today we have 6. Then you are thinking about the man that you are from the NDK. After all, we know the voters.
Your Excellency, as far as I'm concerned, this state, I do, Her Excellency, Pastor Mrs. Therefore, I will authority, one command, one people, and one followers. Anything beyond that. Anything beyond that, our Nina in summary and in conclusion, Your Excellency, on behalf of the women of the Yobe Senatorial District, I want to pledge that so long as the Ilowo Commander-in-Chief of those women, for me, I will command them
and they will follow you. Because in here, your senatorial district, because in here, we want a sample so that agents and the Catholic can follow us. On behalf of the women of the Central District, authoritatively, and keep our Central District, our governor, lead our country, as the woman of the Central District, we are standing and we will continue to stand solidly behind you. Assure that we are going to work with her and we are not going back. Not even at this time. We cannot do that. We will stand by you to make sure that people are able to work with government. And I want to say that because for you to give us four, at least, and again, you call us here to give us direction. In the sense that if you are that he might be in our story, my dear, you will see the result to what we did. So, man, today we are come to our friend that we are with you. Every woman here is happy to work with you.
The wife of the governor has also presented check of 500,000 naira each to 20 women selected from the 3 senatorial districts of the state as part of the Renewed Hope Initiative for Women in Agriculture.
The wife of Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Patience Omo-Eno has disbursed 500,000 naira each to 20 female farmers selected from the 3 senatorial districts of Akwa Ibom State. Presenting the checks to beneficiaries, the governor's wife says the cash empowerment is part of the Renewed Hope Initiative Women Agricultural Support Program recently launched by the wife of President Bola Tinubu to help boost food security and empower the women to expand their agricultural endeavors. She appreciates the wife of the president for prioritizing the welfare of women across the country.
I hope that I'm not agree with this and you are still doing it. Yes. Because this support in the army is for you to add to it, to increase the volume of your production. The one of them maybe them member of me. Oh, Papa. 500.
The joy of the beneficiaries knew no bound as they appreciate state and federal government for this gesture, assuring that they will maximize the funds and ensuring improved agriculture and estates.
I am so excited of this blessing from the First Lady of Nigeria through our Excellency, the wife of the governor of Akwa Ibom State, to empower farmers to go and farm more. It's something I've been seeing others benefiting, but today it is my turn.
And we are so grateful to her that at this time, yes, auto you keep on model a wide can come both in one. And yet, we won't go out a bomb, a Gideon enough. Say now, so you come a Belmont, our president, you come on ye, a Catholic and Nigeria, now Ito Union, Ibo Yao, Ubang Mitroni Bassi, Aken on ye, is the Iman, with I will quite a model PDP, and Indo ABC, but even come back. Even through you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, I say your audio.
Boya Basi, I do governor, Jesus Christ. Come governor, man, come, I mean, come president, Yamanamo. I came more in any man. It's you dog, you know. You have more to you one. You can't when I talk, man, did Yaba, Moyaba said, young more.
High point of the event was the presentation of checks to the 20 beneficiaries.
Those are the much we're able to accommodate on this week's edition of your favorite program, the Hilltop Mansion. Just before we go, be reminded the I alphabet in our RISE agenda stands for infrastructural development and advancement. And to actualize this, the governor, His Excellency Governor Pastor Umoh Enoh, has recently inaugurated Akwa Ibom State Infrastructure and Asset Management Board. And to this end, it means bye-bye to the old days of infrastructural decays across the state. I remain Kelvin Samuel, wishing you and yours all the best. Do have a pleasant week with the hope that you join us again next week on another fresh edition of your favorite program, the Hilltop Mansion.